Hey, I wanted to reflect, just basically just talk to myself and well, just kind of examine what happened yesterday. And I think is one more episode like where I just couldn't myself and well, could have just of course done better. I mean, it's easy to say after the fact was all, but it's definitely not so easy to be being a trader and also handling and understand all the emotions and everything that goes through your head. Like I said initially yesterday, I was feeling really good. I was feeling really good and calm at the beginning of the session, and even during the day, it was really good day overall. But then for some reason, especially when I was in profit, I started to feel like an urge for trading, like for to be in the market, and I didn't even know from where it came from, and it's just like oh, just trying to understand it because of course it is definitely not helping me, and I've seen it many times. At the end of the day, it's just a red day. It's okay. I mean, it's just a deep basically into the equity curve, which is well, it kind of sucks, but it is it also happens also. So I mean, what can I do? Where is it? One thing, yeah, exactly. The amount of trades I just went too much. Then around like 1 hour and a half in the session, I was or almost 2 hours. I was like already too long, and then also I was busy, so I shouldn't have traded. One good thing is well, basically, of course, I didn't blow up. Is at the end of the day, it's just a red day, and they happen. I just need to make sure that they are as little as possible and as small as possible. One thing is, yeah, most of my losses they were small, but you know what they say, a bunch of small losses they just actually stuck into a big one. That's exactly what happened. My overall losing trade is still really tiny, but it still like makes no sense. Most of the trade that I took they're pretty much useless yesterday. I think that of course this is not as a blame, it's just the fact. One great thing that I did yesterday was first of all based my bias on NQ on data, which was basically if it was to fail above yesterday's prior day, which is Thursday highs, which is one that I was talking about at the beginning of the session, it was quite likely to be a bullish day. I just couldn't manage to well go through the first like 30 minutes, or sorry, hour and a half, which is basically these first 6 bars here. And yeah, I mean, I got pretty good calls at the beginning. I was anticipating this failure. I actually bought the market somewhere here. I remember I couldn't manage to hold the trade. I think I got break even or something. And then, well, of course, after the fact, easy to say, but definitely what I mean is I noticed that it was likely around 60+% of being bullish, and then, well, basically retesting and failing if it was to fail on the heights. That's exactly what market did. Then it started trading higher, and at that point, I couldn't adapt. I was initially really good in a good shape, which I was, like I said yesterday, I managed to, not just maybe not take like full take profits, but I was taking locked in trades, which is basically a profit trade. I didn't get to, let's say, the point that I wanted to go initially, but I was still locking in profits, which actually I think is actually a great thing. I know that I can do way better because one of the reasons is because I'm not adding to losing trades. I'm taking losses definitely, but that's also fine. That's part of the business. But the point is, I am not adding to red trades ever, which is a huge improvement in my opinion. And also, I am, just trying to be part of those green trades and make them bigger. Of course, in future it's a little bit complicated because that means I'm gonna have aggregates on my executions. Like I don't have independent execution, which actually sucks. But yeah. Anyway, the point is that try to keep your trading tight based on data and just go with it because like I was the point of me saying this is that I initially kind of spotted the direction to the upside, but at the end of the day I didn't manage to be fully with it. I executed long, short. It was just a mess basically. So I think I reacted much, and that's bad. That's not a good thing definitely because well it's like you are not anticipating, you are not following a premise or anything. You are just reacting price. That's not okay because basically it's not helpful. So, yeah. Besides that, like I said, I'm not like mad or anything. I'm just well I want to reflect, and of course the point of this is because I want to learn. So I need to also learn to trust more my data, and of course to be more patient and work on just being on my hands on the sidelines like I said many times. But yesterday I didn't manage. So anyway, I own that. I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna let it be. Basically, I think it was just I needed to, and I wanted to make the small reflection. I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna let the market play. I'm gonna see what happens next week, and I'm just gonna continue moving forward. That's pretty much it.